Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a Plat Reinhardt. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps me out quite a bit, and I really do appreciate that. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what rates look like, see what sort of promos, special events we have going on, all that good stuff. Hey Congaboon! Most of Temporal's reviews are Rein. That's not true. That's not how the word most works. He might be the most common hero requested, but he's not my most common review. Let me rephrase that. He might be my most common review. He's not. Most of my videos are not Rein reviews. There we go. Or most of my reviews are not Rein reviews. Okay. Why?
I am your shield.
So here we are. You're Reinhardt. Yes, I did. I did. Okay. So you're pushing out here. Zarya's bubble shielding. Not sure why you're pinning. Not sure why you're pinning up here. You getting to the choke faster is not helpful. This fire strike is kind of meh. You're fire striking while it's actually worse than meh. Like, you're fire striking at the window, but you're fire striking at the window. Well, these guys over here, if I can have my epic pen, well, these guys over here can totally shoot at you. You have no ability to cancel out of fire strike into shielding to block these guys. And you're walking into the open while fire striking. So that's not really what we want to do, because now we can't put our shield up, we're not behind cover, and these guys get to shoot at us in exchange for us sending a fire strike. Not great, not great. I don't think you're going to take too much damage from it, but it's not what we want to do. We really want to do our fire strikes when we have cover that we can tuck back behind. Not as part of our advance. So you do tuck behind covers, sort of. Okay, so great. So you can drop your shield because you're bubbled while you push forward here. And now you shield, right? Why are you swinging again? You don't have a bubble anymore. Why are you swinging? You're too far to hit anything. There's no reason to be swinging right now. Not a thing. No, and you got discorded for that swing. No, you can't push. You're discorded. When you're discorded like this, you have to just sit here and wait for 3 seconds for the discord to fade or for him to move it to someone else. Then you go pushing in 3, 2, 1, go, and you go as a team and you wipe them out. And maybe you go, hey, we're pushing into this. Hey, we're pushing into this. Maybe you deal with the Reaper first. I don't really care. But even if you don't know that Reaper's there, which is totally reasonable, you clear this discord and then you go pushing in 3, 2, 1, and then you go. That's how you do this. That's how you Reinhardt this point. Except that your Anna's back in spawn. If your Anna's in spawn, you might just be... Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Your Anna's AFK, so you probably are just going to sit at the choke for a bit. It's going to make this really unfun. You can't fire strike like this. You're full... Well, you might hide the back tiny bit unwind of your fire strike, but you didn't want to start the wind up in the open with your fire strike, and you didn't want to do this I am locked with my shield down thing while you're discorded. You wouldn't even want to swing while you're discorded. You want to get behind a wall until it's gone. You just take so much more damage. 25% more damage is a ton. It's the difference between you living and not living. It means that your supports will have to spend a silly amount of time healing you back up, especially if your Anna's missing. But even if she wasn't, you don't want to drop your shield very often at all when you're discorded. You want to just hard clear it. Look at how you went down under 200 health. Not worth at all. Okay. I don't know why you think you can walk across without your shield up the whole time there. You have less than 200 health. Yeah. That's fine, I'll deal with the one swing. You were bubbled. Hey Zolak, how you doing? Yeah. Again, that's not really totally how you want to do the fire strike. You start the fire strike here, peek through it, unfire strike, which you're close to. You're close to, but you're not quite there yet. Okay, so you know the Reaper's there, which is fine with me. Shield, shield. You're just going to go, hey, I'm going to play here. I'm going to make it a little annoying for them to come in while my team deals with the Reaper. That's the best you can do right now. You have enough health for it. You're fine. No, don't bounce back into the open. You actually want to tuck this corner pretty hard. You're sort of going the me plus the corner versus them type thing. And then it has to be you plus the corner. It can't be you versus them. It has to be you plus the corner versus them. So like if they step out to here, you could, if you wanted, go shield up, shield up, shield up. And now I swing into the Orisa. That I could live with, though I don't love it. I'm actually pretty happy with you just being right here. And if this Sigma takes a step forward, if anyone else takes a step forward, you swing at them, even missing the little bit of health you're missing. Don't let these wide swings out away from the corner to go for this, though. No! Stop it! Stop fire striking in the open! Why? Why are you hopping back and forth? You don't have a plan. You don't have anything resembling a plan. So, get to here. Get a full barrier. Push to here with your full barrier. Wait here until you have resources and your team is closer than they are. You know, no one should be further away than Zarya. Then go pushing in 3, 2, 1. Then go. It's that simple. If you want to deal with the Reinhardt, if you want to make sure the Reaper's dealt with first, that's fine too. But you want to be here with full resources and then call a go, and it'll be great. It's how you try to win games as Reinhardt. His cover rotations are leaving something to be desired. By something to be desired, I mean, you know, leaving a desire for them to actually be cover rotations. Leave. Leave. No! Why do you think you can lower your shield there? You discorded, you don't have armor, why do you think they are supercharged? Why do you think you can lower your shield there? You just have to keep walking back that way. This is the drop the shield and walk in front of it, have big horse energy. Okay, we're clearing the high ground ourselves. Fine. Cool. Now wait for your teammate to get back. Great. Wait for their nano to run out and your teammate to get back. Don't give them a shield to shoot at. Wait here. Wait here. Wait here. Don't. Wait like 3 seconds and your Zarya will be back and you'll be pushing into a 5v6 after they've spent an important cooldown like Fortify, they've spent an ult like Nano, and their person is still not even off of first point yet. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. This is point A cap right here if you don't throw it away. Not sure why you're out in the open. Like, just... whatever. Here we go. Don't walk back and forth. Pick a target and walk towards it. Or, now that you've been discorded, go, I guess I'm going to clear in here. Clear the discord. But, like, this isn't going to work. You can't stand here. Good. You picked a target, and now you hard shield. Your contribution at this point is to hard shield. It's really a shame that you only had 800 barrier when you walked in here. That's because your micro rotations are bad on the other side of choke there. They're bad on this side of choke too. But like, if you'd had full energy, you'd have, or full barrier, you'd have another 500 barrier at least to use right now, which would be a meaningful contribution. It would be, hey, at least this is up while my team is trying to take this fight. So I'm not worthless because I've been discorded. Now you're pretty worthless and you're in trouble because you've been discorded. But here we go. You're gonna shatter it, but yeah. Okay, I hope you called the shatter. I hope your Hanzo hits those shots. Why? Okay. You got the bubble. You fire strike during the bubble. Not sure why you drop here. I'm really not sure why there's any desire to drop here. You were backing up this way. You could have gone in here and gotten the health pack, recovered a little shield, and then pushed the Orisa again. Like, that was an option. You could have just tried to walk back up at the Orisa and said, I'm going for it. I'm going to swing even though I don't have any sort of armor because there's, nothing better for me to do. There isn't a scenario where you drop here unless you just don't know how the map works. And even then, it wasn't really good pathing. Yeah. Why are you here? Why did you go here? Your options, once again, were to go over here, or to not go here, but to just go back up to the Orisa and go, well, I'll spend my health fighting her rather than spend my health without shield getting shot at. No. Temporal needs some coffee. Temporal has his coffee. But thank you, Conkaboom. Thank you for watching out for my caffeine levels. I'm honestly surprised that Orisa hasn't taken a trip to spawn with that position. It's Plat. It's pretty low Plat. Orisa's a pretty hard, but really slow. What's she shooting at? Look at the blinking ults. This is so Plat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So Plat. Okay, here we go.
60 seconds remaining. I am taking the objective. Objective A captured. New advancement. Objective B.
Okay. Okay. Clear the Reaper. Clear the Reaper. Yeah. It's not really your job, but as long as you don't push during it, we'll live. That's fine. The Reaper's giving your team a lot of trouble, and that's annoying. And that's not really your fault, but there's so much in terms of your pathing, your decisiveness on your pathing that needs improvement here that it doesn't matter. Like, we could be playing the game much better if we just cleaned up our pathing, if we just stopped giving away so much shield. Yeah, that's fine. She doesn't have a bubble. I don't know why you're up here. I really don't know why you were up there for that fire strike in the first place. Your team clearly wasn't going to push, and the reason that you're not going to push, I'll show you this right here. I just saw team bubble get used. You're not pushing without team bubble. It's not happening. You're not pushing without team bubble. This Reaper has also been on the flank every single time. So your conditions to push have now expanded to this Reaper has to be cleared, and you're just simply not going to try to push chokes with a Zarya partner without Zarya bubbles available. Like, you don't do that. It's silly. You'll get crushed too hard by the extreme amount of poke that they have here. So we wait until we have bubble. So preferably we go, hey, we have full shield, we have full health, our Zarya has good energy, and our Zarya has bubbles available, and we have 6 people here. Great, now we want to push, and we've cleared the Reaper. That's sort of the situation that you're looking for. And you want to get as many pushes as you possibly can that check all those boxes. It's not about getting as many pushes as possible. It's about getting as many pushes as you possibly can that check all of those boxes. So as soon as all of those boxes are checked, you do want to push, which you have not done the greatest job of doing. We don't do this. We don't do this. We know we're not going to get a bubble, and we're rounding a corner into too much spam. This is a spammy team. They're running double poke tanks. It's not like Yuzen shouldn't have been up there, but she kind of baited Yuzen into being there by, like, taking this poke war with them. There's the Reaper. Great. Rein walks up and eliminates the discorded deflecting Genji with one smack. Well, you can't eliminate the Genji while he's deflecting, even with your hammer, unfortunately, but, you know, it'd be nice. You can pin him, but you can shatter him. Yeah, he shattered already on first point. He shattered back, didn't get the Orisa because she was fortified, but did get 3 other people, and the Hanzo and McCree cleaned up the people that he put on the ground with the, or 2 of the people that he put on the ground with the shatter. He just then went down because he did a little dance in the open with no shield for the Orisa. Don't! Oh. Okay, so if they're gonna make you earn the whole way here, that's fine. You go, we'll earn the whole way here. You go group, you know, group up, and then you go and you push from here, and you call the rotation, and this becomes your rotation. And then you recharge, and then you go pushing in 3, 2, 1, and then you go again. Not a big deal. Yuzari's allowed to go here. Okay, cool. So they use Supercharger. So our solution is going to be we can just leave. We can just go back here and wait for our team. Wait until their Supercharger's out. Does that mean that the Reaper is going to, you know, be back in the fight? Yeah, it does. Do I care? No, I don't want to push through their Supercharger. Really? Really? I'm sorry. There's a Supercharger down and a halt in your face, and you think that you can press this button. Fire Strike does 100 damage per target that it hits. It's pretty easy to dodge. It's, we'll call it a medium speed projectile that's pretty big and obvious and people see coming. It has a wind up time, and when you use it, you lock yourself out of shielding, pinning, you lock yourself out of other activities. You can't cancel your way out of a Fire Strike the way you can out of, say, a hammer swing. You have a giant hitbox. You have 4 people looking at you, maybe 5 people, no, 4 people looking at you. They have a supercharger, and there's a halt that is going to slow you and keep you here. And halt also, because it slows people, keeps them there, groups people together, tends to cause the opposing team to look at it, to focus at it, to shoot at where it's going to pull people more so than normal poke for them, and even to use extra poke abilities. There isn't a scenario, even if I had a window in front of me, I wouldn't be willing to Fire Strike this. No, absolutely not. Even if we'd started this Fire Strike from behind cover and been like, aha, I am going to wind up my Fire Strike, aim and throw it, and then hide back here behind this, I wouldn't do this. You cannot Fire Strike into a supercharger when they're all looking at you with a halt coming at you. Like, no, absolutely not. Shield to get them across. Where are you going? You can't just exist here. I don't understand what you're doing. Are you trying to rotate down over here? I could live with that, but you're just like here. Are you trying to run at them? You don't have enough shields for that. Like, you literally just need to tell your team to like stack here and recover until their supercharger's over, until you've recovered shields, and then you can push at them. Or you need to hard call for this rotation into here, where again their supercharger can't get you, and you flip the map on them. Those are the only options, but you have to control this team's movement. Why? Why do you think you can do this? Zen is about to send you on a one-way trip to spawn. And you don't even get punished for it. That is so bad.
Not bad.
coming soon to Discord Orb. Coming soon. This is a permanent fixture on our Reinhardt because he likes fire striking in terrible places. Fire strike is pretty easy to touch. That's why eating them is key to masters. He doesn't mean the DV, guys. He means eating them with your face. Okay. Great. There's 2 shields here, which does mean that if you go do this, you have a window. Your team is here. This is fine. You have no health. There's the halt. You should shield for the halt. Good. Not sure why you dropped your shield here. You should have continued to hold your shield up. Not sure why you hopped backwards. This is fine. And then this is dangerous, but you're going to do it, and I have no complaint. And your Tracer almost got good cleanup during that. And again, just a little bit, you know, the shield when you'd been pulled by the halt would have meant you'd have had a little bit more health. And a little bit more health would have meant that, hey, that shatter play works out. Excuse me? Brig fell. Brig just fell down. And no one else is going because they thought she had it.
Round 1 complete.
Oh boy. That should have been a hold. That should have completely been a hold. Okay. Okay.
Walk it off. Bring it.
So far we've had off of what should have been meh, like this shadow was okay, but then you did terrible things after it. And this shadow was actually maybe even a little more than okay, but you didn't quite do it right to get into it. And it definitely shouldn't have been the cap. But you got caps off of both of them. Oh boy. That hurts. That hurts.
Score. 0.
Gotta play Fire Strike Lottery to win it. Oh no. Oh no. So Temporal, if this were Groundhog Day, would you do something a bit differently on your next go round? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
Ready for battle.
Why? What's up, Blah?
Stick to the plan. And if you get into trouble,
Just because I called that he shouldn't be capping that? I mean, he shouldn't be.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Oh. Got it. Review a different VOD. Or not review this. Fair. Fair. I'll deal. I'll deal. I'll just be in pain. But I suffer for my arts, clearly. No, I don't mean that seriously.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
What?
Defend
What?
objective
No.
A.
If you're going to be here, you're going to hit the fire strike. You're going to weave the fire strike there, just like she's weaving the nade there. And you're going to let her go first, or you're going to stand behind her. Preferably, you're just going to stand behind her, fire strike, and once the nade is passed, you can step in front and block with your shield to escort the two of you out. But honestly, you don't even need to. You can just stand behind her and fire strike down the lane. And then it could be fire strike plus nade. Hey, that could be dangerous. It's not actually an limb, but it's scary. Imagine fire striking twice in a row. See, the thing is, when they did the like, oh, Reinhardt will have double fire strike, and I'm like, that just means Reinhardt is going to fire strike twice while running through the open against Poke. It's going to be worse. It's going to be terrible. Like the way that you saw that unveiled, the way that you saw that done in the demo when they're like, look, if he can fire strike twice, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, he's going to get exploded. They don't understand how to actually use his fire strike. They should make a comic about all the Overwatchers sitting in a room between games complaining about the gamers and how they're played terribly and made to do awful things. There you go. This person would love 2 of those strikes. Yeah, yeah. Can you just tuck right? Put your shield up and tuck right. Tuck right. Good, good. Not sure why you're out here. Definitely not sure why you're fire striking. Definitely not sure why you're fire striking. You might be thinking, oh, my Doomfist in, so I need to go in, but like you don't have the health to go in right now. So you just need to tuck and chill right here. That's all that needs to happen. You don't need to push. You don't need to walk out and fire strike. You just need to tuck and wait right here. Nope. Don't swing back into the open. Just wait. Just wait. Now you're good. Now you're good to be here. Cool. But you don't need to be out this far. They've retreated. They're not out of the choke. You're enforcing the choke isn't enforcing this part right here. That's not what you're doing. What you're doing is you stand here and you swing into the opening. Or maybe you get pulled a little further forward from time to time and you swing here into the opening. And this is how you enforce the choke. And you'll notice when you're here or here, they can't really hit you very easily. And if they can hit you, they're having to stand in the middle of the choke where your teammates who are standing back a bit with angles, using cover, I say as Anna is in the middle, not on the wall. Using cover, I say as McCree is between the 2 sources of cover. And they're able to go, hey, we have our own cover. We'll shoot at these guys that are trying to get into the open to be able to shoot. And if they walk through, you can swing at them. And if they try to walk through a bunch of people over here, you can take your step forward and swing into them. Works a lot better than just standing here like this. The only time we actively round like this is when we have our Zarya bubble, and we don't need our shield for that. We actively round to see if there's something to swing at to give our Zarya energy. And then if there's nothing to swing at, maybe during the Zarya bubble we fire strike. Maybe. No, the bubble's over. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why did you step left? Go right. Go right. No! 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 See this? See this? See this? See this? This purple tint to your screen? It means you're discorded. It means you take 25% more damage. No! We don't do this. We already have the Discord, we tuck behind the wall, and that's our contribution to the fight. We're dragging the Discord orb, so the Discord orb is not on our Doomfist. And if it's not on our Doomfist, that's fine, we've done our job. We don't go here to fire strike. You're not even going to get blown up for this one. I'm still annoyed. Corey says, hey, Temporal, love the content. And Kongaboom says, yes, yes, yes. I don't know if that's in response to my feeling pain from this fire strike or if that's in response to the comic book idea, but it's a good comic book idea. Please stop. Why were you standing here? Here you are. Why is your shield up? Why did you flash your shield? You just stopped your shield from, in another second or so, your shield would have started recovering, but you put up your shield for no reason, and now your shield's not recovering. If you just tucked here, your shield would have started recovering, and then when this fight actually started, or when they were actually ready to try to push in, you'd have more shield to help you sustain your spot.
I can't hold forever!
Now you have no shield.
Barrier destroyed!
Oh, now you want to hold the proper position? But now they can hold you into the open and you can't protect yourself with shield because you spent it all? You'll be in the wrong position? Oh, we're in the right position again. Cool. Of course we're going to do a point-blank fire strike. Hanzo, can you just storm arrow and end my misery? Glad you're enjoying the content there, Corey. If you have questions, go ahead and throw them up in chat. Otherwise, feel free to stick around and enjoy. Red Rein Discord accessorized as well with the Discord orb. What? That's not a rotation. You have basically a full shield. You can go back to point if you want. You have the resources for it. What? Do you not know this rock is here? What level are you? You know that rock is there. Why are you circling out this way? Why are you fire striking in the open? Okay, you at least got behind the cover there. This isn't a pin across. Even if you were here, you wouldn't pin across this. You'd just throw your shield up. You'd like to be able to protect your brig on the way across anyway. Put your shield up. Don't do this pin stuff. You have enough shield to get yourself here. To get yourself onto point, if that's what you want to do. Bad pin. Not sure why you've dropped your shield for a moment there. This isn't some situation where you're like, oh, I have to balance between my shield and my health because my support is healing me, and I'd like to take some damage on my health and some on my shield because my support can heal my health, but not my shield. This isn't one of those situations. Use your shield, get behind cover. You're fire striking. Because of course you are. Why? No. Oh. No, don't follow them out. You can't. Congrats. Like, I get it. You're nanoed. And now you're doomed. Because you're following them out. Okay. I'm not sure why you'd have gone after these ones rather than removing the Discord orb by getting the lone zone to your right if you were going to follow them out, but so be it. Or pinkish. Yeah, this is probably the spark one. This is probably the spark skin. I haven't really... Yeah, that's got to be pink and blue spark skin. I've heard things about shield hopping, but I'm not sure what it is or when to shield hop as Rein. So what shield hopping is shield hopping is this setup where Reinhardt walks slower when his shield is up. But when you jump, you will maintain the speed that you were at before you left the ground. It's a momentum thing, right? So what you end up doing for shield hopping is you jump from full speed, you shield while you're in the air, so most of your travel time is in the air with your shield up, and then you land, and you drop your shield for just an instant, and instantly, you're moving a tiny bit and you're instantly hopping again, and because there's no acceleration time in Overwatch, you go, hey, I'm instantly moving at full speed on the ground, so since I'm instantly moving at full speed on the ground, because I don't have my shield up for this instant that I'm on the ground, I can jump again, and I'll maintain all of that speed, and my shield can be up while I'm in the air again, and then I drop it right as I touch the ground, move just the tiniest bit for full speed, jump, do it again. And it's a technique to not slow yourself down, it's a technique to have your shield up for most of the time, while still getting full movement speed, as opposed to the usual on-the-ground walking movement speed where the shield does slow you down a little bit. It does have some weaknesses, obviously. I mean, you're jumping, your shield does go down for moments when you do it, and you can't change your mind on the direction you're going mid-jump. Plus, you're jumping, which can create its own vulnerabilities.
Objective lost. New defense point. Objective.
My ultimate is charging. Enemy
Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. No. Why are you swinging? There's nothing to swing at. Look at your health. Look at your barrier. Use your barrier. Use your barrier to push at him. Your Zarya will walk with you. You'll post out here. Your Zarya will swing out here and continue to melt things. And eventually you'll get healed up. And now you're holding them out of the choke. It's great. That's what we want to do here. It's what we want to do. Okay.
Join me.
Don't give them a shield for no reason. Why are you backing up to here? Your team is clearly holding to the right. Why are you backing up to here as opposed to just tucking right where he can no longer shoot at you and just going, yep, now what are you going to do? You want to create this situation where Orisa has to round the corner and fight you at close range as opposed to giving her a long range to shoot you at. Don't play in her ideal range, make her play in yours. Or not get value. I don't want to advance on that. You just let her in. Now you're in this situation where you either have to walk down this sight line that she gets to shoot you during, or you need to hop over here and walk down this sight line. Again, you could have been standing right here where rounding this corner for her was very hard because she can't do damage to you other than spending halts to try to yank you out here without rounding this corner, and then she's immediately in your range for hammer. And if Rein and Orisa both have full resource at short range, Rein wins. That's how it works. Orisa needs the advantage of having been able to soften up Rein with her poke before Rein gets close. Even if Orisa has fortify, Rein wins at close range if they both have full resources. Clear the Discord. You're gonna go for a cute chatter. Okay. No! She was gold. You knew she was gold. It doesn't look console. He didn't say, but this doesn't look console based on the names. No.
Hammer down.
Whatever. I don't really need to use Shatter in that clearly one fight, but hey. Like, you might have gotten eliminated, but who cares? That Sigma does not have a fast way back up to point, and your team was doing fine up top.
Bad guys, heads up.
Yeah. I mean, Sigma at least has a fairly long shot delay where Sigma fires his 2 orbs and then has a fairly long reload shot delay, whatever we want to call it, before the next volley of 2 orbs. So if you time it for that, yeah, sure, okay, it's a hero that's less punishing to try to do it between shots than other heroes are because there's a long delay between each volley, but it still wasn't really worth. Why are we playing here rather than simply not letting them in? Sigma is also a poke tank who would be very unhappy with having to round this corner and fight you immediately. Why? Your trace is going in. Why are you not going in? Too late. Like, I don't even mind. I actually wish you'd gone in the first time. Because everyone knows that is the secret flanking success combo. You go, okay, ready? We're going to take them from behind with our Reinhardt and our Tracer versus the enemy team versus the rest of our team. That is the power move flank right there. Okay. There we go.
This is not over.
Get in there, and I'll hit you all.
Shield. Walk at them. No fire strike, just walk at them. Shield until the purple's over. Swing again. Good. Okay. I didn't need that to be a pin, but okay. Good little battle for you on point there.
Thank you. Bye.
I've seen you. You're going to live.
Cool. Swing. 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 Why are we... Good. Walk at her. Walk at her. You can still walk at her. You have to swing through that. Good. Good job. I don't know why it took you so long to get on her initially, but the rest of that was reasonable. It's a real lack of respect for whether or not she had barrier, but okay.
Get healed.
Why are you now brawling it up and willing to fight and doing things more right for this last like minute or so, when before this you were like playing Fire Strike, Sniper, Rein, stand back, put my shield up, never brawl, okay only if they make me? Like, what changed, man? What changed? Did you start thinking about the game differently? Mid-match?
30 seconds remaining.
Okay. If you're fighting someone close range and you weave a fire strike in with your swings, is that more DPS or not? So you don't want to do it, and the reason you don't want to do it is that you end up in this situation where you can't put your shield back up. And that's like, okay, so it's 85 damage for a swing, though my swings happen faster than a fire strike does in terms of total amount of time invested, versus 100 damage for a fire strike. So again, what we give up in terms of not being able to protect ourselves, not being able to block a nade, a sleep, a shatter, not being able to counterpin, all those things makes it not worth it to do the fire strike just for the DPS advantage, unless it is finishing someone off. If it's the last hit, well, the incoming damage from that person stops completely once they're eliminated. And if you divide fire strike into 3 parts, where it's like we've got the wind up, we have the strike itself, and then we have the unwind. If we go like that, that's not the right length, and we can get rid of the unwind because we've eliminated them with the fire strike itself. Okay, this becomes potentially worth it from a, hey, this became worth it because I don't care about any damage trades or anything like that after they're eliminated because their damage has been removed from the equation. So like from a time standpoint, it doesn't matter. But I don't just want to be like swing, fire strike, swing. No, that's not particularly good because I have to deal with the wind up, the fire strike, and the unwind of the fire strike from a damage perspective. I also lose my ability to protect myself, as we've covered here. So it can be a slight upgrade from a burst standpoint at the very end, but not a general upgrade now. Unless you would hit multiple people with the fire strike and not hit multiple people with the swing from a DPS standpoint. But again, that's not really the calculation. This isn't an MMO where it's like, oh, we need to absolutely max our DPS. This is a PvP game where it's much more about, okay, what actually makes sense in a PvP scenario.
Thank you.
Little brother took the controls. Maybe the urgency of them capping made the player more brawly. Maybe.
10 seconds
Okay.
remaining.
Better fire strike, even if it got eaten. Not actually a good fire strike, but hey, at least you tried to do your behind cover throw, unbehind cover, even if you were too close to them. That was gutsy. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to pin during high noons. It means I can't put my shield up. You just, uh, uh, like the threat of hammer from up here is pretty good. Jumping down and hammering is pretty good. Why would we do this? Why would we pin here? Okay. Okay, that's nice. Cool. So, you play some Reinhardt, it looks like. Here's what we need to do to fix your Reinhardt. First thing we need to do is we need to fix your pathing. We need to fix your pathing. So Reinhardt is a decisive hero. You gotta be like, I'm here, I'm pushing in 3, 2, 1, I go. There is no I'm going to dance here a bit, or defensively, I'm going to dance here a bit. I'm going to stare at you. I'm going to throw fire strikes. Maybe I'll put my shield up. Maybe I'll put my shield up over here. Like, none of this nonsense. You go, hey, I hold my corners unless I want to push. I hold my corners where you can't shoot at me unless I want to push. If I want to push, great, I go push. If I have a Zarya bubble, sure, maybe I go swing. Maybe I go fire strike. Maybe I do my fire strike tech of I peek, I throw a fire strike, I unpeek type thing. You know, I wind up, throw a fire strike, hide behind it for that. Maybe I do all that stuff, but I don't just give away shield like you are. I don't get indecisive about, well, I'm backing up after my shatter. Why would I go here? No, I can back up decisively to go to here, or I can advance decisively to swing at you. Those are things. I can advance decisively to swing. I can back up decisively to cover. But I can't do this bad micropathing thing. You don't get to go as Reinhardt. Er, 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 er. Okay, let's go forward. You don't get to do that. You don't have enough barrier resource for that. Your supports can't handle it. They can't keep you up. The other team will get too much of an advantage, especially against a double poke tank comp like you're playing against. They're going to just shell you correctly. They're going to just shell you. They're supposed to. You're playing into their hand if you're indecisive before you go forward to them. You have to go, I get my full resources, and then I just go. And I might go to them that I want to swing at, or I might go into cover that then I can recharge my resources again. But there's no scenario where I'm indecisive against this stuff. That cannot be the case. Your Reinhardt has to be, you can change your mind. You can be going, I'm advancing, shoot, I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm going to go to cover. Okay, I'm going to cover. That's perfectly fine. But there's no, shoot, I'm taking a lot of damage. What do I do? Do I want to go to cover? Do I want to keep going at them? Do I want to go back to my old cover? You can't do any of that, and you're doing that right now. You might not realize that you're doing that, but you're doing that. So you keep doing what the plan is until you are ready to pull the trigger on your new plan when it comes to movement as Reinhardt. That's how it works. And the places that you can go as Reinhardt are, you can go to cover, you can go to enemies that you want to swing at, you can go to new cover, you can go back to your old cover. All of those can be things, but there is no which am I going to do? There is no where am I going? I guess I'm over here. No, that cannot happen. There is no, oh, I'm at 800 barrier. I think now we're going to push the team. Nope, that's not going to happen. We're pushing with our resources decisively. We have to have enough. Pushing with 800 here because we've been doing dances out here does not work. Does not work. Get your full resources and push. So the first thing I want you to work on is to fix what we call your micropathing. To get to a point where you go, I advance in straight lines, or I advance, change my mind, go over to cover. Advance, change my mind, go over to cover. Advance to the enemy, swing at the enemy twice, put my barrier up to get healed a little bit, swing twice more, and then the battle breaks down and we've won. Like, that's how this works. That is how this has to work. There is no standing here. You can stand here. There is no standing here long term. Not a thing. Not a thing. Second thing you need to do is you need to get rid of these fire strikes. So there's a couple fire strikes that you did right where you went, hey, I do my wind up, I'd cover. I peek, I throw my fire strike, and then I tuck again, and then my unwind is behind cover. You only want to do those when you've actually got range. So as an example, if my opponents are over here, or I think my opponents are about to walk through here, I can from here start my fire strike, aim and throw it, close my fire strike. That's something I can do. If my opponents are right here, I'm not fire striking. I might step here with a bubble and swing twice, but I'm not fire striking here. If my opponents are right here, that's not a thing that I'm going to do. You got that? I'm also not right here going to fire strike at my opponents unless it's specifically the finishing blow on someone, or I can see that no one's looking at me. Maybe there was that one time when your Doomfist was in, and I hated it, but your Doomfist was in, and everyone was looking at your Doomfist. And if you can really see that everyone is looking at your Doomfist, sure, you can get away with the fire strike. But your fire strikes need to be from cover and with the wind up and unwind hidden, like I was talking about, and not in melee range unless they are so cover, finishing blows. And then we could cover windows. I mean, we could also cover literally no one's looking. No one's looking. That's the last one that we could do. Like literally no one's looking at you. But really, this is what we're looking at for our fire strikes. Was not nearly a high enough percentage of your fire strikes. This should be 100% of your fire strikes should fall into this bucket, and instead, like 40 to 50% of your fire strikes fell in this bucket. It was completely unacceptable. Needs to be this. Can't be this. Like, this is so incredibly important. You were trying to take, like, ranged fights with a Narissa Sigma comp as a Reinhardt. Like, I'm going to throw my Fire Strike. We're going to throw halts at you, and we're both going to left click. Huh. That's a terrible trade on your part. And even if it wasn't those two, it would be a bad trade on your part. Like, this is how your fire strikes have to work. So the two things I want you to work on are your pathing. I want you to be much more decisive with your pathing. I want you to be like, I'm going from point A to point B. I'm going from where I am to where I want to be. If I change my mind on where I want to be, that's fine, but I don't change my actual pathing. I don't stop moving to the new place that I want to be until I've actually decided that I don't want to be here anymore. I instead want to be here. And then I just decisively change my mind and go over there. I don't go like, which is it? Okay, it's going to be over here. There won't be enough shield. There won't. And then I do my fire strikes like I talked about with cover, not in the open. I don't just go, oh, fire strike, and then let me shield until I've got a new fire strike. Oh, fire strike. No. Cover. Cover. Okay. If you or anyone else has questions, go ahead and throw them up in chat now. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps me out quite a bit, and I really do appreciate that. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what rates look like, see what sort of promos, special events we have going on, all of that good stuff. Let's take a look here. Rein's theme song. I get knocked down, I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. Kinda. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll do more VODs. I'll do another VOD right after this, in fact. One more question. What happens when you're Rein and you press the melee button? I believe pressing the real melee button is Rein just as your normal swing. Rein does not have his own unique melee. I think pressing the melee button does the same thing as pressing the left click on Rein. It's possible that pressing the melee button on Rein does nothing, but I think it just does the same as pressing left click. Rein does not have a unique melee. All he's got is his swing. Okay, but yes, I'll go load up another VOD right after this one. Okay, I'll give it another second for questions here. It doesn't do left click, it does on Brig, but not on Rein. Okay, fine. It does exactly what Reload does. Nothing. Fair. Okay. Sounds like that's going to do it. Then I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Temporal out.